take over these streets and start shaping our own stories. So every time our people, every time, so that like every single time our people saw us, it wasn't in despair and distress, right? But it was us happily occupying space with agency and having conversations. I think that's really
What is your invitation about the society talk about joy? That for me is also another piece around that our lives are not just about our oppression. And even if it is, it's like, I remember reading this thing about somebody having a conversation about why black people use the N-word in particular ways, right? And I've always, I navigate lots of ways of thinking about that, where I just know it's not part of my narrative to talk and use the N-word. But part of it is that I did not grow up in the United States, or even really grew up here. I grew up in a country where black dominant, where the N-word wasn't something, we use other words like nigga. My mother's, oh, nigga, when she cussed you, right? And so it was more of a cussing you off, and, it wasn't like an endearment term in the same way. My aunts and uncles who went to the States came back and would say they'd use the N-word in ways that we'd all go, what? And then you'd almost feel like you think it's cute because it's like the American black thing to do, right? But I remember somebody talking about the other day in a way that I thought helped me understand about that, the experience of black people in America, in terms of how he framed it particularly, is to live with oppression all the time, that constant state of it. And so seeing another person like you and using the N-word between you is a way of almost saying, yeah, we're still dealing with this shit. And that helped me. I went, oh, that resonated for me. Like, to go, yeah, my aunt, right, was a way of saying, I can say different way to say, right, man, nigga, right? It's a way to say, yeah, brother, we in this, right? Or my sister, we in this still. And so, it was a kind of pushback. He was actually doing, because white people were saying, why can't we say it, and why you all still saying it, and it's still this messy term. And he says, yeah, because we're still in the mess. So we can use the word and talk about it because there's a way of us affirming and saying, I see you see me, this shit's still going on.
But since you created the mess, you probably should not use this term, right? Since you're benefiting from the mess.
And he talked about how, in a way, he likes that it makes white people uncomfortable. And he likes the fact that they have to confront the fact that, no, you don't, always you've said, no, we can do it, you can't do it. And he says it's a good kind of thing to kind of make them stop and think and have to deal with the fact that, yeah, this is something you can't participate in, because in fact, this is something that you're still benefiting from, having been constructed, and in fact, sometimes still feeding in ways in which you're not critically interrogating and interrupting it yourself. So, yeah, be uncomfortable. And so, in some ways, he was kind of making the case for, let's keep words like that alive. So it's a confrontational thing to have them go, right? And we need to look at also why it makes us uncomfortable, because in some ways, and there's a whole respectability thing that even I complain to Tor. Oh, we have to comport ourselves in this way, and why do we, it's that thing about good behaving and, compliant and modeling. And even I think about how I get a rush from having been a kid who white could say, oh yeah, but you're not like them. Because when I was growing up, I was like, oh, that's really good, because my family felt that. Even Jamaicans have this thing where,